Okay, so like many of these segments, if you didn't enjoy this part of school, then you're probably not going to like this. But it does have a positive to it,
But
which
it's
is
you, and that's
I've had over the years people say, "Have you considered teaching?" I was like, "You don't know me well enough, apparently." Yeah, see, you guys right away. No, I want to talk about the sun angle because I've said it off the cuff for the last couple of days about what the sun angle does and why it starts to matter this time of the year. In order to talk about this, we do need some basic terms here. Okay, so altitude, sun altitude, is from the horizon, so that's what you'd consider sun angle. Now keep in mind that varies based on the time of day, right? The sun rises, the sun sets, but there's a peak altitude based on solar noon, not actual noon, solar noon, which is different.
I didn't think I knew that either. Okay.
Yes, it's okay. Well, it just varies because think about it. Your daylight varies, so it's noon is not always the middle of your daylight.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then azimuth is where in the sky is the sun positioned. So what we care about for our purposes is altitude. Azimuth matters a lot when it comes to solar panels and stuff like that, how you collect energy from the sun. But the average person moves around, so the exact angle doesn't matter, but the altitude does. Okay, so let's go to this other very confusing chart. And what I want you to look at here is just what the visual of where those lines are, the red line and the yellow line. And I have to walk up to see my own chart here, but the altitude as of today is 41.38 degrees, okay? Now let's go to the next graphic if we can, Krister. And the altitude is almost exactly the same on October 3rd. So early October. That's according to this very complex calculator. But then we can make this more interesting. So we can say basically the sun is as strong as early October, late September right now. So you have to take, I mean, you think about it, you go out late September, you put sunscreen on. I actually think that calculator's off by a couple of days because it should be the distance from the solstice, which is June 20th. So it's 101 days from that right now. Okay, and 101 days in the other direction is September 29th. So it's late September, early October. We can argue about that exact number.
Feels similar to this.
Yeah.
Right, but it's the same strength, so you need to think about sunscreen. That's why we melt snow so quickly, even if it's below freezing. And it's also, I think, a positive sign for those who are looking forward to spring that the sun is really starting to do some work this time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you climb into the car and it's warm,
That's why.
it's because of that.
Wouldn't think about sunscreen right now.
Okay. We learned a lot, Professor Carson. Thank you.